Hey y'all. So I'm just making some turkey burgers. That's all. Watch your language. Watch your language. Selena, Selena, you know what to do. Yeah, I got this today. Actually, I'm gonna have this either tonight or in the morning. Like, what the hell was wrong with them? Are they off their minds? Talking crazy like that? I'm not gonna do shrimp and grits tonight. I'm doing turkey burger right now. I'll do shrimp and grits tomorrow, either late tonight, probably tomorrow. My day was great. I'm back working from home. I work from home for those who didn't know. Let me tell you something. What I don't do is put stuff online, everything online, because let me tell you what this guy did. Hold on. My door's not, I went to sleep last night with my door unlocked, but I live in a secure place, so you'd have to get the key to get into where I'm at to get into my apartment. So, yeah, I left the door open. See, I'm gonna show you. It would be kind of hard. Well, it'd be kind of hard for somebody to get all the way in here because, first of all, you would have to come through this door, and then that door you can only go out of it, and then down here you would have to come through a whole nother door to get in here. So you got to have the key to get in. It's not like you can just pop up in here. You know what I mean? But I left the door wide open. That's why I was so sleepy. Uh, my neighbors outside smoking. Yeah, you can't get in here. I mean, if somebody comes in here, they would know who came in here because you gotta have the key to get in here. Not only there's cameras out there. That's not the first time I've done that. I ain't always lived in a secure place. Oh, but I was gonna tell y'all. Hold on, I'm watching my buns. I'm doing some toasted buns. So let me tell you about this guy. Don't let me forget to get my buns, y'all, because I'll forget. So there was a guy. That's why I don't put my stuff online when I'm working and stuff because I might accidentally turn on my forget to turn my camera off. not my camera, but my mic off. So there was a guy on TikTok one night, and he worked for a hotel. Hey, yeah, I made it home safe. Made it home safe. I don't know if I sent you a message and told you that my cousin had already started this cruise thing. So, but I'm definitely going to be. You know what I want you to do, James? I want you to come on my. We're going to do a pre-recorded video, and I want you to promote your stuff for me. But yeah, she'd be so mad at me if I tried to do something different, but she already promised me she was going to do it for me. I think she do the same thing you do. So I said next year I'll branch off and do my own, but she already promised me she was going to do it for me. So look, so this guy was on live at work at one of the hotels in Dallas. I think it was a Holiday Inn. He forgot to turn his camera off. We heard the man's location, what hotel it was, the man's room number, the man's phone number, and everything. That's why I don't go live when I do work and stuff, certain things, because you might forget. And I reached out to him. I said, sir, I got to tell you something. And I gave him the man's phone number. I said, the man's phone number is da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. He's in room da-da-da-da-da. He's there for a wedding, and he needs an extra bed for the trip. Oh, told him everything. He said, oh my God, thank you for telling me that. I said, bro, you can't be getting on live on your job. You can't do that. So that's why I don't, and that's why I don't, that's why I don't be going on live doing no work and stuff, because I might forget to turn the camera off. And you be talking people's personal information. My best friend works from home, and he does not go live when he's at home. But people do it all the time. People that be at McDonald's, they be at all these different restaurants and hotels and stuff, and they forget and they telling people's information. You can't do that. Oh yeah, I'm aware of it. Yeah. But I definitely want you and I to do a pre-recorded video, like a 30-minute video, and I want you to talk about so they can come, so people can come to you, because the people can do more than one cruise. Well, I did start it off in there. Yeah, I started off in the air fryer because the meat, I forgot to take it out earlier, so it was kind of frozen. Yeah, that's fine. Just let me know. Child, we lost a legend today, James. I don't know if you know who it is. We lost a legend today. We lost the first Miss Gay America. She passed away today. Yeah, Norma Christie was her name. And James, you got to know who that is. I got a picture of her. Hold on. Oh, you can't really see it. Yeah, you can't see that. Yeah, she was the first Miss Gay America. After she was crowned, Norman was, I think this might be you can't see, let me go get my other phone and show you. But anyway, I was the first Miss Gay Texas America honorary. See, that's my plaque here. And Norma was the first Miss Gay America honorary. He didn't win. They appointed him to be Miss Gay America. And he bought it. She was in her 80s. Norma might have been in her 90s. Yeah, she's real old. Hold on one second. Is anybody in here watching me from Little Rock, Arkansas? If you're watching me from Little Rock, speak up, because you knew who she was. If you didn't know who she was, you knew her club. She owned one of the largest clubs in Little Rock. Oh, I got the buns already. She ran the largest club in New York, in Little Rock, and all the straight people went there. Everybody went there. Everybody know about her club, Discovery. Yeah, nobody's in here from Little Rock. It's 69 people. Nobody's in here from Little Rock. Hey, Greg. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow my friend, Spill It Boy TV. Y'all know who James is. You better not. You better. If you don't, you better know. I'm trying to get to what James. I'm trying to get to his numbers. How many subscribers you got now, James? 50,000. 47,000. Y'all subscribe to my friend James' page. Oh, Shirley, I'm sorry to hear. Thank you so much, Shirley. I made you laugh the other night when you were sad. Well, that's the purpose of me doing my little show. Well, I'm about to do a mukbang, so if y'all don't want to hear me smacking and you might want to find another channel to watch. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I got it seasoned right. If 74 people watching me, go and subscribe to James' channel. That'll bring up his numbers. Y'all go and subscribe to his channel. Do it now. And James is like me. He's like, I've been on James' channel, and he does tell people to subscribe to my channel, but just because they subscribe, that don't mean they're gonna stay. But we support each other like that. You know what I mean? We support each other like that. We about to see. But look, I'm not using mayonnaise or anything. I'm using this. Y'all, we have a store in Texas. It's called HEB. It's real big. It's like a Kroger's. To me, it's better than Kroger's, but HEB is inexpensive, and they have their own little brands and stuff. So this is a cilantro dressing that, you know, for salad dressing and stuff. But bitch, I'm gonna put this on my burger, honey. Yes, I'm gonna put this on my burger. Put a little cheese on her. Am I gonna have two burgers or one? Oh, I forgot my onions. We got the sauteed onions, girls. We got to put some onions on there, girls. I love me some onions. Yes, got to have the sauteed onions. Hello. Somebody called the phone number today. You know, the phone number that I be having for everybody calling to. Somebody called it and said, "What time you coming on today?" I said, "Hey, how you doing? It's PT. How can I help you?" They say, I said, what? They said, what time you coming on today? I said, who's calling? You know, just to see who it was. They said, never mind. I said, well, never mind, bitch. Bye. Some burgers. I'm like, girl, you could use a fake name. I got your phone number. Your phone number popped up. Oh, James, I was watching your video the other day. You talk about somebody, how people give you stuff and they expect so much back from you. I'm like, girl, we don't do that over here. Honey, if you send something my way, if it's a gift, Cash App, Venmo, whatever, I'm not, you don't own me. You don't own me. This one lady used to give me $400 or $500 every time I go live. I told her to kiss my ass. You don't run me. You don't run me, sister. James, she got mad. She got mad at me, James, because the bitch said she died. She came back, and all my female ladies, the women who follow me, which I don't know about your page, James, but majority of people who follow me are females, black females. That's my crowd. And she somehow somebody got her social media. She said she died. We was all crying, all upset and mad. And this bitch pops back up 5 or 6 months later. She pops back up. This how we was looking when she popped back up. This is who? Huh? You bad? Greg, you remember that? Greg, remember her? Baby. And so when she came back, everybody was feeling some type of way, like, this bitch crazy. And Greg, and they was like, PT, you didn't leave this lady alone. You need to leave her alone. Yeah, I don't have a lot of gay people follow me. And they always critiquing, and I'm like, girl. So anyway, so when she came back, baby, they was inboxing me, PT, you need to let her go. She crazy. So she could feel the tension, like when she come onto the live, everybody that's coming talking about, hey, how you doing? Glad you back. Putting up little faces and emojis and stuff. And she was feeling the heat, And so finally, one day she said something, and I said something, and she was like, well, I'm not going to be supporting you anymore. Bye. One lady, oh, yeah. One lady, she just started following me almost 2 or 3 months ago, and she was sending stuff through Venmo. And she came on my live one night, she was a moderator, and she was just blocking people. So when I'm doing this type of show, I want people to block the trolls. But if I'm just doing my show, I let them say what they want to say, except they can't cuss. I didn't used to have a gay males, but I do now. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, gets along. Yeah, I have gay guys that follow me too, but not probably as many as you. Yeah, and so I told she came in alive, and like all my moderators know, we don't block people when I'm doing the show unless they say the N word, the F word, or they repeat themselves over and over again. We just let them say, they can call me a man with a wig on, I'm going to hell, my mom and daddy ought to be embarrassed about it. They can say whatever they want to say. But say you just can't repeat yourself over and over again, and you can't say the N word or it's curse and like that. And she would just block people. She just blocking people. I guess she thought because she was sending me Venmo tips and cash apps and stuff or whatever, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I said, hey, you blocking too many people, baby. You're blocking too many people. And she said, well, I won't be back on here again. And this stupid bitch said, this is my last, like you right here. And it's always the guy. She said, well, this is my last Venmo. Bitch, you ain't got to send that. I didn't ask you to send nothing. The bitch was crazy. Okay, let me show y'all some pictures of Norma Christie, the first Miss Gay America. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures of. Oh, good evening, Deborah. I'm sorry. The first Miss Gay America who passed away today. She was. I think Norma was in her 90s, 80s maybe. Yeah, she was the first Miss Gay America. Boy, she had lived a lot of queens. If you think about it, if she was crowned at 74 and she just died, it was a lot of Miss Americas who passed away. Miss Gay Americas, yeah. Norma Christie, Miss Gay America. All right, here she go right here. Uh-oh, I lost y'all. Okay, I don't know what that was, but anyway, hold on. Somebody sent me a cash app. It messes up my live. Hold on. Norman Jones of Little Rock, Arkansas. He had a lover too. All right, so we're gonna hold on. Let me get my make sure these onions are soft. Okay, here he is as a guy. Oh, he's a handsome guy when he was young. This is Norman as a guy. He was in the military. This is him as Norman here. That's him. I'm gonna show here he is in drag. This is him, right? This is him. Another drag picture of him. Yeah, he owned the largest gay club in Arkansas on that side of the world, actually. Let me see if we can go back here. Let's go back. That's Norman. Oh, I'm watching the onions. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he ran the club called. Yeah. Oh, actually, here it is right here. This is his story. So let's read his story. The lifelong resident of Arkansas, Norman Christie began his life as Norman R. Jones after graduating. It goes on to say that he was in the Navy, and he was in D.C. in the '60s. At the first, he first became interested in the female impersonation. He returned to Arkansas in '71. Norma began performing. Norma Christie was born and entering the first Miss Gay America pageant as Miss Gay Arkansas. Norma was crowned Miss Gay America Emeritus out of the field of 32 contestants in June of 1972 in Nashville, Tennessee, which was the Hat and Coat Saloon. Norma helped to promote the pageant until 1975 when he assumed control of the contest from the original owner, incorporating in the business of Norma Christie, Inc. Yep. Yep, there we go. So that was Norman right here. Yeah, he started that organization and he ran it for years. This is Norman right here. That's him again. That's Norman back in the day. No, these are all the former Miss Americas. These are all the former Miss Americas, I believe. Yeah, no, that's Norman. That's Norman. Yeah, because I've been seeing that picture. I think that's Norman right there too. Yeah, Norman Christie Emeritus. So I did the America system, by the way, y'all. I did the America system. The reason why we say Miss Gay America is because it's for boys only, men only. You can't have any type of silicone. You can't be trans or anything like that. That's why I was pulled to the system, because you had to be a male. You couldn't be trans. Even now, you can't be trans. But you know what, James? When I ran the pageant, bitch, we had 75 to 80 girls competing in that pageant. And now for Miss Gay Texas Child, they may have 4 girls competing. Because unfortunately, I was waving at my neighbors. Unfortunately, the American system is just not, it's not what it used to be. Basically, Norma Christie was RuPaul before RuPaul. Think about it. Norma Christie was doing the male stuff. You couldn't have any silicone or anything. So Norma was doing that way before RuPaul. Yeah. And I was the first Miss Gay Texas America honorary. Lady PT, the official Miss Gay Texas America, 2005, 2006. Yeah, it was huge back in the day. It's really lost this. It's really lost it now. It's not the same. But it's a prestigious pageant, and I did run. I did well in the pageant. I've always made the top 10. I never made it to Miss America because I really wasn't, child, I was just wanting to perform, child. That's all I was concerned about is performing, you know. And, but I did compete. I did compete for the pageant. And I did well, you know. Let me tell y'all something. RuPaul's going to even say something about Norma Christie. Now, which you talking about a funeral, bitch? Let me tell y'all something. That funeral is going to be huge. Now, y'all saw what year that they crowned him. How many queens was Miss America after him? What was it? 71. That pageant is going to be, not pageant, baby, that funeral is going to be humongous. If they make it open, if they make it an open funeral or any type of, it's going to be huge. Are y'all there? Because sometimes yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have kind of strayed away from Miss America. Y'all, in the gay world, we have Miss America, we have Miss USA, we have Continental, and they have a lot of other pageants, but those, and Miss Black Universe, those are the major pageants. Yeah. So we're gonna put some of this ranch on top, this little cilantro stuff on top of here. This is gonna be messy, y'all. I'm telling you something. Y'all want to watch me eat? You better turn the channel, honey. So did you know about the club in Little Rock? Everybody knew about that club in Little Rock. If you didn't know about Discovery, then you didn't live in New York. You didn't live in Little Rock. Not you. I'm just saying in general. Everybody knew about Discovery. It was a big club. Humongous. Actually, let me show y'all. I'm gonna show you the club. I'm gonna show you how big it was. I performed there a lot of times. I used to perform there all the time. And Discovery, they paid you well. They pay for your flight, your hotel, and your booking fee. Club Discovery in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm just going to show you how big it is on the outside. Hold on. Okay. This is it right here. This is it. So I believe this is the front. Oh, this is the front of the bar. Okay. So this is the front of the bar here. Let me bring this in a little bit. Here it is right here. See Discovery? This is the front of the bar. And I believe it doesn't have like 4 or 5 clubs in one. Because this is the front of the bar. Then you go around here. So he owns all of this. He owns all of this. This is all clubs. There's another club over here. Yeah, see? Oh, shit, hold on. Here's the club right here, see? And then there's other clubs. I mean, he owned all of this. These are all clubs that he owned there in Little Rock. Legendary, honey, legendary. Oh, way bigger than Tracks. Huge, huge club. That funeral gonna be so packed. Oh my God. Every drag queen that's legendary. A lot of the RuPaul Drag Race girls were Miss Americas and Miss Texas girls and stuff. Oh my God, it's gonna be packed. It's going to be packed. I wish I could afford to go. I don't know when the funeral gonna be. He just died today, so. He helped a lot of queens get their bills paid. Yep, he helped a lot of people get their bills paid. So, do y'all remember? Do y'all remember the show Miss Congeniality? Hamburger. Do you remember the black drag queen that was in there that played Tina Turner? He's a former Miss America. Well, Miss Gay America. It's not a sandwich. It's a turkey burger. It has onions and grilled onions, and I put cilantro on top of it. And cheese, that's it. And nothing else. Yep. He's the former Miss Gay America. He always calls you Mary. Y'all, I have a picture of my drag mother who named me PT. I found it. And I always want to share it with y'all. So this is the person who named me PT. Let me see if I can pull up her picture. So that is the reason why you are watching me. That's Nicole. That was my gay mother. That's the one that said, well, what are you going to name yourself? Because I had another name. I said, well, I don't want a girl's name. And she was like, well, it's only going to be part-time. I said it's only going to be part-time. She said, well, call yourself PT. That was Nicole. She died back in the 90s. And I was upset when I found out how she died because they told me that she, back then a lot of people died from, the virus, but they told me that she was the first. When I moved to Austin, she was the only black drag queen that could get into a white bar. This was in the 90s, y'all. The 90s. But don't worry about it. We're going to block you so you don't have to see me chew. So give us 1 second. We'll get you out of here. We're going to send you to the block party. Hold on 1 second. And so she was the first, she was the only drag queen that was allowed in some of the white bars. And this was the 90s. She's very popular with the white people. They loved her. She performed at all the white bars. Well, that was with my gay mother, Nicole. But how she died made me so mad because back in the 80s, late 80s into the 90s, well, it was the 90s, it was the late 80s into the 90s, because I moved to Austin in 86. No, I'm sorry. Somewhere between 83 and 84. And every week, y'all, Nicole was having benefit shows for people living with AIDS. Every week. Every week we was doing a benefit show. And they said before she died, which I wasn't living in Austin, and I did see her. I did finally see her. How you doing? I finally did see her. She was at, we were somewhere, I don't know where we were at. She said, I heard you doing good in Austin. No, I heard you doing good in Dallas. I had moved to Dallas. I said, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing my shows. And I said, I want to thank you for giving me my name and helping me with my career and making me who I am. And she said, well, all those years that we used to raise money for people living with AIDS. I said, yes. She said, well, I'm dealing with it now. And I just broke down crying. Like, and then I told her, I said, oh, you're going to be all right. You're going to be fine. But back then, there was really no cure, There was no cure, and the medicine that they were taking made them sick. And then when I heard, she had passed away, and what made me mad was they said they was trying to raise money to bury her. And I'm thinking, all y'all white clubs that she worked at and did all these benefit shows for, y'all can come up with enough money to at least do a fucking memorial or not a memorial, but what do you call it? They could have did what do you do that where they cremate? All these years, she was the only black queen that worked in the white clubs. And y'all couldn't come up with the money to bury her? It just made me so mad when I heard about that. She passed away, but she was definitely my mother. She was my gay mother. She was my drag mother. I had a gay mother. That's totally different. The gay mother was like a real mother. My drag mother is the one who gave me my name and helped my career go. But she's a mess. Yeah. I'm like, all them years she worked here, y'all couldn't raise no money to help this child bury my mother. Like, really? And guess what? She played the piano and the organ and everything just like me. And of course, she was a boy. She wasn't trans or anything like that. She was all boy. Yeah, I'm back home. So if y'all on Facebook, you probably gonna see Norma Christie's name strolled across y'all live feed because Norma Christie was well known. Straights and gays loved him. Well, I'm leaving again in 2 weeks. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Breaking news. Hold on, we got some breaking news. Hold on. Did y'all see that shit Trump and them did today with that Pete Hegseth guy and bringing them people together? If that wasn't giving me Hitler vibes, boy, these midterms got to hurry up and come. Now, there's one lady who just won. Y'all, I keep up with I have to keep up with the politics. I know what's going on in politics. There's a lady, she just won this big race. So that's a positive sign because Elon Musk put up all these hundreds of millions of dollars. No, hopefully we're not. Hopefully we're not. But Elon Musk put up all this money for this lady. I don't think so. I disagree with you. And by the way, this is not a political channel, but I'm being political now. If you're a Trump supporter or MAGA and you don't like Democrats, then I'm going to delete you from my page. I don't even have time to argue with you. I'm not trying to convince you to believe the way I believe, because we're not going to see eye to eye. So if you don't like the Democrat Party, they're not perfect, but I'd rather be a Democrat than a motherfucking MAGA. It's just simple as that. The racist party, because they definitely racist. So, if you're a MAGA, no, well, yeah, we can agree and disagree, but you can be blocked too. Baby, I ain't got time to go back and forth with nobody. Okay. I don't have time to go back and forth with nobody. And I don't know why people think that I think that grown men should be in a women's bathroom. Hell no. But listen, we have a bigger fish to fry. What about Black history being taken out? It's all fucked up either way it goes. The Black history, and then, firing people just because. Trump is crazy. That man is crazy. And all you motherfuckers that voted for him, you getting just what you deserve. Ooh, I put too much on there. You're getting just what you deserve. You voted for him. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of it. Well, you're the problem. You're the problem. I don't know if you're black or white, mindfulness. I don't know if you're black or white, but think about what you just said. You never vote. You're the problem. You're the problem. Imagine if black people from the 60s said, I ain't gonna vote, I ain't gonna never vote. What if the black people that came before you, Martin Luther King, and all the people said, we're not gonna vote because it ain't gonna matter. So you basically just put Trump in office. No, I voted, but I didn't think it was going to make a difference because I kind of knew they weren't going to want a black woman. She's not black. Well, she might not be dark as this goddamn this thing right here, but she pledged to a black fraternity. I mean, a black fraternity. I think if she wasn't trying to be black, she would have got with one of the white fraternities. Darling, you're making excuses. You're making excuses. You are the problem. Race politics has always been sloppy. Life is sloppy. That's just like saying I'm not going to go up to the school and get involved with what's going on with my children. You have to get involved, whether you like it or not, because the laws is what make you have the freedoms that you fucking have. Darling, an opinion and doing what's right is what's right. You're not doing what's right. You have to vote. If you think if Martin Luther King and all of the people that came before us hadn't voted, your ass would be able to sit on the goddamn bus or whatever, sit at the counter. People got beat and hosed and put in jail because they wanted to sit at a counter. They did that for you. I understand. I didn't say I was going to block you. I'm just trying to educate you. You blocked yourself by not voting. You got I don't know if you got grandkids or not, but you got folks younger than you. I don't know your age. That's been affected by all the stuff that's going on, But they're the problem too. They're the problem too. And you know what? I'm glad you told me that you didn't vote. And I'm glad you told me that you don't think politics matter. You think it's all sloppy. But I'm going to tell you this before I do block you. You are the problem. You are definitely the problem. And whether you realize it or not, you might need to go, before I block you, make sure you take a trip to Atlanta, Georgia. Go down to the Martin Luther King Center. Take a trip down there and sit down in that church and listen to all the shit that them people went through for you to have the rights that you have now. Matter of fact, take your whole family. Charter a bus and go down there. And I guarantee you, if you sit in there and you listen to what they went through, it might change your mind. But then again, it might not. Because it ain't changed Trump in their mind. Them hoes are still crazy. I feel the same way too. But you just imagine if all black people feel the same way as she did. You think you think they trying to take shit from us now? We wouldn't have shit. They probably go say, okay, well, they're not going to vote. We just going to bring back slavery. Yeah, I don't like electoral votes either. But still, that's not an excuse for you to vote because you have to vote. I know I live in Texas. And I sure don't think that it matters. But I'm doing it for the people who came before me. Yes. It went down the wrong pipe. I'm doing it for the people who came before me. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I'm doing it because the people who came before me who got beaten, hosed, and put in jail, that's what I'm doing it for. I'll find y'all It just went down the wrong pipe. So, no, I wasn't gonna block you until try to give you a little advice and a little education. But you're gonna do what you want to do. But no, I'm fine, y'all. It went down the wrong pipe. It'll go away. But I'm like, girl, I'm gonna always vote. And no, the Democrat Party is not perfect, but they're a lot better than the MAGA. They're not a plunger. Well, if I get the plunger, let's call ICE so we have you arrested. Anyway. No, I'll be honest with you. If you don't believe in voting, please don't follow me. Please don't follow me. Yeah, I remember back in the 80s, the politicians, they would come to the gay bars. Back in the 80s, the politicians would come to the gay bars and because they wanted that gay vote. But people do what you want to do. I mean, I would be ashamed as a black person to say I don't vote. You know what they say? Hold on. You know what they say? Oh, God gonna take care of us. That's so stupid. God gonna take care of us. That is so stupid. Imagine if King never had to just sit around and not did nothing and say God gonna take care of us. They say God help those who help themselves, is what they say. Yeah, I'm glad she don't follow me no more. Hope she never come back to my channel. So you mean to tell me you probably was stupid enough to vote Republican. That's why they're picking up your people. That's why they're picking up your people. Because your stupid ass voted for Republican. Y'all, at this point, I don't even conversate. I don't even want to get into it with people. Why? I mean, not the voting part, but if a person is a MAGA, you have nothing to say to me. Keep it to yourself. There's no time for dialogue, none of that, because I know what you think. They're just ignorant. God gonna take care of us. And what you gonna do if they pass a law with blacks? Well, there's a law on the table where blacks might go back into slavery. You're gonna say, well, I ain't gonna vote. We're gonna let the Lord take care of us. Your ass sitting over there in shackles, singing, oh, we shall overcome. No, ma'am, honey. Well, you vote independent is fine too, yeah. But like I said, none of the parties are perfect. None of them are perfect. But me as a black man first, and then a black gay man, I know what party is for me. And it definitely ain't Trump. Did y'all hear about Elon Musk's father? They say he molested with the M word his own children. Yeah, that was breaking news. I think it was on TMZ. Let me see. I'm like, girl. Oh, I was trying to get the breaking news. Hold on. I told you I was gonna stop coughing. It just went down the wrong pipe. Yeah. That's what I said. You can vote for whoever you want. I don't tell you who to vote for, but I'm just saying you have that option, that privilege, and it's a right to vote. It used to be a time when women couldn't vote. Trump now, they said today that if women can't keep up with the men, they don't need to be in the military. What? I think they're trying to make the military all white. I really do. But I think they're going to eventually, these Republicans going to start turning against Trump, and then he might get impeached some kind of way. He's going to do something where they're going to impeach his ass. Let me see if they, I think the breaking news was about the, what's it? Yeah. Yeah, just vote. You can vote however you want. Okay. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what happened on CNN. I seen some breaking news. I was trying to see what it was. Let's see here. Yeah, even coming. Key votes, y'all. Fail making the midnight shutdown, all but certain. Deadlock Senate sinks. Republican Democrats funding proposal was just hours away. We got 3 hours and 18 minutes. It's sad. Whew. Yeah, can't be nobody fat in the military. Well, we need to start with you because you're the main ringleader, as my mama say. You out of shape more than anybody. But first of all, Amanda, don't get blocked, okay? Don't get blocked. This is just I don't do it when I'm doing, I don't do it. When I do hope they shut it down because it'll be their fault. It'll be the Republicans' fault, not the Democrats. I don't do it when I'm doing my show, when I'm singing and making people laugh. Amanda. And when you come into my show, then I'm talking to people, you don't just run up in here and say some shit like that. Who the fuck you think you are? You just come in and say, hey, how you doing, PT? That's what you say. You don't come here and start trying to check me. Go check your mama and your daddy. Don't check me. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys at I'll see y'all at 10 o'clock. Okay? On the dot or no politics. Bye-bye. Well, let me block this bitch before I leave so she don't come back. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Hold on, where she go? She must have got off of here. All right. All right. There you go. No, you're out of here. Bye. You made your bed, bitch. Now you lie in it. I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all later, okay? 10 o'clock on the dot. Bye.